Alisson Becker in goal, Ghosty. What you back for?
I think the big question is whether Ibu Konate's had enough minutes, training minutes in the legs to consider him for selection. But I thought Matip was good against Brighton, which sounds a bit odd considering he conceded 3 goals. But as an individual performance, I thought he played well. To be fair, I'd probably pick Matip over Konate anyway if they were both at 100% and ready to go. Not that there's that much in it. I really like Konate, but I just think Matip is top class anyway, so I'm going to go with him. Van Dijk and Andy Robertson isn't back yet, so it's another run out for Kostas Tsimikas.
Yeah, same again for me as well from Tuesday night. That's going to be a bit of a theme of my team selection, actually. Theo, back 4 from you?
I concur with our Liverpool correspondent, both home and away. Unchanged. Excellent. Back 5.
Good stuff. Right, midfield, I'll stick with you, Theo. Given you were so excited to talk about injuries in that position, we'll stick with you for the midfield.
I reckon 4-2-3-1. I'm going like for like against Arsenal. It's tempting to bring Fabinho back in. You think they're going to have some rotation there, but Henderson was really good against Rangers, and Thiago's the undroppable midfielder. So maybe Fabinho can have half an hour off the bench or something, 25 minutes off the bench, and then he finds a bit of form in time for Man City. Don't need to rush him back when he's had such a poor start to the season. Let him play his way into form gradually. Henderson and Thiago can keep the place.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm sure Twitter will love the fact that we've both picked Jordan Henderson again. Ghosty, midfield?
I'm a bit torn, really. I don't know whether to stick with what worked on Tuesday or whether to bring Fabinho back in and go 4-3-3. Fabinho's a strange one, isn't he? He just kind of fallen off a cliff this season. I mean, he's not the only one, but just seems to be knowing his top level. I thought Henderson was good the other night. So was Thiago. Very much more disciplined from the pair of them, really. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to stick. I'm going to go with Thiago and Henderson. Fabinho coming on, hopefully, to kind of protect the lead. Because I just think we're going to get onto the forward options shortly, but I just think on top of the Núñez points that we made, I think Diogo Jota enjoys himself against Arsenal as well, doesn't he? So Thiago on the left of the two and Henderson on the right.
Yeah, I'll stick with you for the forwards as well. Again, same as Tuesday for me. I think there is possibly an argument to bring in Firmino, but is it just the same 4 again for you, Ghosty, as well?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think this formation would suit Firmino probably the most of Liverpool's forwards because he loves to drop into those pockets of spaces wherever they be, whether it's at left back or centre midfield or right wing. Wherever there's a bit of space, he likes to drop in and try to knit the play, doesn't he? And at times, when he's the centre forward, it leaves absolutely no one up top. We've seen that against Manchester United probably most glaringly. So I think this formation probably suits him the best. But Jota loves his time against Arsenal. He scored 7 goals against them in 2 full seasons. And Núñez, like we said, he just needs minutes, doesn't he? So I'm going to stick with the team from... I mean, we spent the last 5 minutes picking the team. I could have just said Liverpool are unchanged. But I think an interesting factor is the fact that Liverpool played Tuesday and Arsenal played Thursday. The only cherry on the cake for Klopp would have been if they would have had to face Bodo Glimt away in the deepest, darkest Norway. Is it Norway or Denmark? Yeah. Apologies to our Scandinavian listeners. But I think that might be a factor, to be honest, because Klopp loves playing on the Tuesday ahead of the weekend games. So with it being Tuesday night, Sunday afternoon, that has fallen pretty much perfectly considering the game is at home as well. So I think that might be a little bit of a factor as well in playing the unchanged 11.
Unchanged for you as well, Theo, or are you going to make the case for Firmino coming in?
I could see the claim for Firmino because with the 4-2-3-1, at least having him in there, dropping that bit deeper, gives you the extra body in midfield if you need it. Like you're relying on the offensive play to work straight from kickoff, get a couple of early goals and be in control of the game without it, not needing that extra bit of protection. But Liverpool waited 2 months to find a bit of form or to find something that works, to find some sturdiness in the midfield and the defence. just feels like the one game you find it, even if it's only Rangers, you can't just rip up it again. For rotation is going to come in the next weeks with so many games before the World Cup. But when, as Gorsty said, like they've got the Tuesday, Sunday break, this is like a rare opportunity to just have an unchanged team and see if this is the formation to go, if these are the players in these positions to go. You're going to make changes against Rangers on Wednesday night, and then if it works against Arsenal, you can do the same sort of thing against Man City. So yeah, it makes sense to keep it the same and see if it does the job. And it's against Arsenal in the same sort of system. You're relying on Liverpool's players to come out on top and be the better of it.
Cool, absolutely. Well, we'll do our match predictions then just before we finish. I think I'm going to go for 2-2. I think there might be a few goals and it could go either way this one. Gorsty, come to you first on this one. How do you reckon the game might go?
One of the toughest predictions of the season, I think. Don't know. Liverpool normally enjoyed themselves against Arsenal, tend to score quite a lot of goals, certainly under Klopp. I think it's 47 in 18 games since Klopp took over. So let's say goals again. I'm going to go with one of the games of the season, 3-2 win for Liverpool.
Certainly exciting. Theo, as many goals for you as well?
I don't reckon there'll be as many goals. I think let's go 2-1 Liverpool. They have got such a good record against Arsenal. I think the only win Arsenal have got against them in 90 minutes against Klopp would have been when Liverpool had already won the league and there were no fans in because of pandemic football. And I just feel like as good as Arsenal have had this season, winning all the home games, if Liverpool start well and get an early goal, is that fan support going to be as strong? Like, we know what Arsenal fans are like. We know what Arsenal are like when things aren't going their way. Liverpool could rattle them. And the fact they haven't had things going their own way, or they have had them going their own way, all this season, maybe the opportunity is there to shake them up a little bit. But it's still quite a prospect at the moment. So let's go 2-1 for a narrow thing. But Liverpool can score a couple of early goals, make it 4-0. Why not?
Well, that's certainly more optimistic. Both of you are actually more optimistic than I am. So hopefully I'm wrong and you both are right. We will see on Monday's Blood Red podcast when we analyse, hopefully, a Liverpool win against Arsenal. If you missed Jurgen Klopp's press conference earlier, the full injury update that Theo alluded to earlier, you can watch that on the Blood Red YouTube channel. All the usual content around the game, of course, from the Echo, Liverpool.com and Blood Red. But for now, that'll do us. Thanks for listening and goodbye for now.